Welcome back to the Coins Information HD channel. In today's numismatic deep dive, we explore a coin that thousands of people have tucked away in drawers, coin jars, and old family collections, yet very few truly understand. This is the 1975 Belgium 5 franc coin with no mint mark. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary European circulation coin, but beneath its simple copper-nickel surface lies a story of history, monarchy, production quirks, and surprising collector interest. Many wonder whether this coin is rare, whether it can be worth significant money, and what its true market value is in 2025. By the end of this video, you will know everything from its origins to the specific traits that make a small number of examples extraordinarily valuable. Let's begin our journey into Belgian currency and discover what makes the 1975 no mint mark 5 franc piece so fascinating for collectors around the world. To understand the significance of the 1975 Belgium 5 franc coin, we have to travel back to a critical time in Belgian history. The mid-1970s were a period of economic transition in Belgium, marked by evolving political landscapes, shifts in industrial power, and a strong emphasis on national identity. The Belgian franc was the backbone of everyday commerce, and coins like the 5 franc piece played an essential role in daily life. In 1975, Belgium was under the rule of King Baudouin I, one of the most respected and longest-reigning monarchs in European history. His steady leadership and calm presence provided stability during times of social and economic change. The National Mint produced coins carrying his portrait for decades, creating a consistent and recognizable design tradition that deeply influenced Belgian numismatics. The 5 franc coin was a commonly used denomination that circulated heavily in shops, schools, workplaces, and public transportation systems. Because people used these coins nearly every day, they often became worn, scratched, and dull from constant use. This makes high-grade examples from 1975 significantly more desirable to collectors today. The 1975 5 franc coin is a product of classic European coin design, elegant yet functional, symbolic yet easy to recognize. On the obverse side, we find the portrait of King Baudouin I. His profile is clean, sharp, and dignified, representing Belgium's continuity and national pride. The portrait is surrounded by the simple yet effective design language that Belgium became known for in the 20th century. There are no excessive elements, no complicated inscriptions, and no unusual symbols. The simplicity makes the coin timeless. On the reverse side, the coin displays the crowned Belgian plant motif above the large denomination number 5, accompanied by the country name. The design is both ornamental and traditional, representing Belgium's monarchy, stability, and unity. The coin is struck in copper-nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance without containing actual precious metal. This alloy makes the coin durable, resistant to corrosion, and suitable for decades of circulation. Its technical specifications are consistent with European standards of the period. The diameter is around 24 mm, the weight is about 6 grams, and the edge features reading for both aesthetic appeal and tactile identification. These specifications also allow collectors to quickly distinguish authentic pieces from altered examples. A common point of confusion for new collectors is the absence of a mint mark on the 1975 Belgium 5 franc coin. While many countries use mint marks to identify where a coin was produced, Belgium did not place mint marks on the standard circulation coins of this period. The lack of a mint mark on the 1975 5 franc coin is completely normal. Every standard circulation strike from this year carries no mint mark at all. The coin was produced in large numbers, all at the National Mint facility. This detail is important because some collectors mistakenly assume that a missing mint mark indicates rarity or an error. In truth, the no mint mark characteristic simply reflects Belgian minting practice at that time. The mintage of the 1975 5 franc coin was large, reaching into the tens of millions. Because of this high production number, the coin itself is not considered rare in the most general sense. Circulated examples are still relatively easy to find, especially within older European coin collections. However, rarity is not always determined solely by mintage. Condition plays an equally important role, and this is where the 1975 5 franc coin becomes interesting. Since the coins circulated heavily, uncirculated or mint state pieces are much harder to find than one might expect. The constant handling, dropping, pocket wear, and decades of circulation mean that most surviving examples show substantial signs of use. High-grade examples, especially those preserved in mint state, can command much higher prices because they are significantly more desirable to collectors. Even though millions were made, only a small percentage survive in excellent condition today. When determining the value of any 1975 5-franc coin, grading becomes the most important factor. Coins showing extensive wear, faded details, or scratches belong in the lower grades and have limited collector value. But coins with sharp details, clean fields, and original mint luster stand out dramatically. Collectors look for features such as the clarity of the king's portrait, the crispness of the crown on the reverse, and the sharpness of the reeded edge. A perfectly preserved example can range from attractive uncirculated to higher mint-state grades. Professional grading by respected companies can significantly increase the value of a high-quality piece. This is especially true for examples graded MS65 or higher, as these levels require near-perfect preservation and extremely minimal contact marks. While the standard 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin is common, there are exceptional cases that can be worth significant money. One of the most intriguing categories involves minting errors. Rare errors include coins struck off-center, double-struck coins, or examples mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet. Wrong planchet strikes, in particular, can reach extremely high values, sometimes selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition and severity. These error coins are not common and were never intended for circulation. They represent mistakes made during the minting process, and because they were not meant to leave the mint, their survival makes them highly collectible. Coins showing planchet flaws, clipped edges, or unusual alignment can also carry added value. Any unusual trait must be carefully authenticated, as error coins are a specialized area within numismatics. Over time, the market value of the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin has remained relatively stable for ordinary circulated examples. Because the coin is not made from precious metal, its intrinsic value comes purely from collector demand and historical interest. Circulated examples typically sell for low prices, making them affordable for beginners. However, as collectors increasingly seek high-quality European circulation coins from the 20th century, the upper end of the market has grown slowly but steadily. High-grade uncirculated coins, especially those certified by reputable grading services, often command impressive premiums. Exceptional specimens can fetch considerably more, especially if they possess exceptional eye appeal. As of 2025, the value of a 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin depends strongly on condition, desirability, and presence of any special traits. A heavily circulated example has modest value, often only a few dollars. A lightly circulated example can bring in a slightly higher amount, especially if its details remain sharp. Uncirculated examples take a significant leap in value, often selling for noticeably more due to their scarcity. Coins with strong luster, minimal marks, and attractive coloration can reach the upper range of the market. Rare error versions or mint-state coins graded by professional services are the most valuable of all. These can reach several $100s in certain cases, and exceptional error pieces can even exceed that range. In summary, while the standard circulation strike is generally affordable, certain exceptional examples can indeed be worth a lot of money in 2025. The 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin with no mint mark is a fascinating piece of European monetary history. It reflects the time of transition, the long and respected reign of King Baudouin I, and Belgium's distinct cultural identity. While the average example remains common and affordable, the coin becomes significantly more interesting when preserved in high grades or when displaying rare minting errors. Whether you've discovered one in an old collection, inherited one from family, or found it at a local market, it is always worth taking a closer look. The difference between a common piece and a valuable one often lies in the details. If you enjoyed this deep dive exploration of a classic European coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more numismatic content, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you own one of these coins? What condition is yours in? We'd love to hear your story. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.